morning, everyone. We're so excited that you've joined us here at the Water's Edge. If you're online with us today, check us out on Facebook or YouTube, and feel free to like, share, and comment. If you're live with us, here's a few things we'd like you to know about. We have nursery and kids churches available right across the lobby. Also, we're always in need of volunteers. So if you want to get plugged in with us, you can shoot us an email at watersedgevolunteer@gmail.com or text your contact info to 318-381-2676. And remember, if you know anyone that's struggling, please invite them to church or share our online content with them, because this is a place where broken people belong and everyone is welcome. We have a full experience for you this morning, so let's get ready to worship and receive a message from Pastor Tony.
What's up, everyone? Good morning, and once again, welcome to our Water's Edge online Sunday morning worship experience. Thank you so very much for hanging out with us today and tuning in. For those of you that continue to like and share these online digital worship experiences with your circle of influence, thank you so very much for doing that. Continue to do that. And also for those of you that continue to worship with us, thank you so very much for you continuing to worship with us through giving and generosity. When you worship with us through giving and generosity, maybe meeting our new $10 challenge, you allow us to help more people, love more people, feed more people, and serve more people, and make the love of God visible to our community. So thank you so very much for doing that. Today, we finish up with our current series, and this series has been entitled Heart to Heart. And in this series, this is what we've been doing. I just wanted to take some time and share some of the most important lessons that I've ever learned in my life with you. Faith lessons, lessons about emotions, relationships, our walk with God, trusting in God, about our heart. And I also want to share some of my greatest passions with you. My passions for you and for your faith and for your life. I want to share my passions for me, my faith and my life, passions for our church, and passions for our city and for our community. And so today we finish up. And today as we finish up, I want to talk to you probably about my greatest passion. And this is what I would say my greatest passion is. It's you. Today I want to talk to you about my greatest passion, because my greatest passion is you. I do this. I do what I do because I love God and I love people and I love you. And so today I want to talk to you about you and about your heart. I want to talk to you about your inner peace. I want to talk to you about your inner joy. And I want to talk to you about something that's most important to you, and that's your happiness. Deep down, we all have to admit this. Today, we're not necessarily searching for holiness, even though we are as we seek Jesus. But the main thing that everyone is searching for today, if we're all honest, is we're on a happiness search. We're on a happiness quest. We all want to be happy. And so your inner peace, your inner joy, and your inner happiness is extremely important to me. How can you and I have joy? How can you and I have peace in our soul? And how can all of that, and this is the key question, how can all of that make a big difference in our city? How can you and how can I have inner peace, inner joy, and inner happiness, and how can all of that make an impact in our city? Like, how will all of this even be related? How is your joy, your peace, and your happiness related to something that is much, much, much bigger than you, and you being a part of something that is much, much bigger than you? How is your happiness related to you being a part of something that does something that's outside of you, bigger than you, and makes a difference? How are this all related? Now, as we continue, notice this question today. If you're still with me, say I'm still with you. What makes us happy? What is it today that truly makes us happy? Now, the answer to this question, what makes us happy, has a few different parts to it. The first part is this, and you have to understand something about real joy and real happiness, and it's this: number one, no thing. No thing in this world, no thing in this life can make us happy. If something can make you happy, then you're always going to need something else to make you happy. And so no thing can make us happy. Number two, in order for us to be happy, we have to have peace. And we must get this, we must see this, and we must understand this today about real peace, peace from Jesus, peace from God, and peace in our soul. And notice this today and remember this: peace with God paves the way to peace with ourselves and equips us to make peace with other people. And for us, that is joy. When you and I have peace with God, and when you and I have peace with ourselves, and when you and I have peace with other people, that person is a joyful person. That person is a happy person. But the moment you break your peace with yourself, with God, or with other people, which means the moment you have tension with God, tension with yourself and other people, then you lose your joy and you lose your happiness. The key to happiness is inner peace. Peace with God, peace with yourself, and peace with other people. Number three, happiness is our choices. When you and I learn to make better choices over a period of time, that will lead to a happier life and a more joyful life. Our greatest regrets in this life did not happen when we were doing the right thing. Let me say that again. Our greatest regrets in this life did not happen when we were doing the right thing. And so no thing can makes us happy. Peace makes us happy, and better choices make us happy. Next is this, and this pertains to happiness, our priorities. We have to check our priorities if we want to be happy and put Jesus at the top. If you want to be happy, understand no thing can give it to you. You have to have peace. You have to make better choices, and you have to have Jesus at the top of your priorities. Let's continue. If you're still with me, say I'm still with you. And so let me make this statement. Notice this today. As long as your life revolves around only you, you will never be happy. If everything in this life is always about you, if it always revolves around you, you're never going to have real joy and real happiness. If it's always about what you think, if it's always about what you want, if it's always about how you see things, if it's always about what you feel, if it's always about what you can get, then true happiness and real happiness is always going to escape you, and you will never find it. In this life, if you want to find true happiness, true joy, and true peace, then you need more than just you. In this life, if you want to find true joy and happiness, then you have to step outside of you. And this is also true. You and I think many times, because we all do, we think that in order to be happy, then you need to become, and I needed to become, the perfect version of ourselves. If I could just become a better version of who I am, a version that I would be more pleased with, if I could become the perfect version of myself, or this fantasy that I have in my mind of who I would like myself to be, then I would finally be happy. Hear this today and remember this today, and notice this on the screen. If you could get you exactly the way you thought you should be, then you would still not be happy, because you are not enough. Remember, in order to have joy, you have to step outside of yourself. In order to have real peace, you have to step outside of yourself. And in order to find true happiness that will last, that will be an anchor for your soul, you must step outside of yourself. And also remember this today, because this is so key. And notice this, if you're still with me, say I'm still with you. You cannot buy, experience, or transform your way to true happiness either. You can't buy, experience, or transform your way to real joy and real happiness. We love to compare ourselves to other people, and many times we're tempted to think that if I could just buy things like that person buys things, if I could just experience things in this life the way that person experiences things, if I could just transform my life and transform myself the way they did that, then maybe if I could get to where they are in life, then I would finally have joy, I would finally have peace, certainty, and I would finally be happy. And so we compare ourselves to how other people look. We compare ourselves to what other people do, their success, their achievements, what they have, and we want all of that for us, and we think that in order to be happy, we must have all of that. And so as we come up with this hypothetical Frankenstein type of person in our head, this is what we're thinking. I want to look like this. I want to have what they have. I want to experience everything that they've experienced. I want to succeed like they have. And if I do, then I'll finally be happy. But remember, even if you could get you exactly the way you wanted you would still not be happy, because in order to have true peace, inner peace that'll last and be an anchor for your soul, true joy and true happiness, you need more than you. You cannot make yourself happy. Happiness, you can't buy it either. You can't experience it, and you cannot transform your way into real happiness. But you can love and serve your way into it. Let me say that again. You can, according to joy and happiness, if you really want it, you can love and serve your way into it. To be happy, you need peace. To be happy, you need better choices. To be happy, you need better priorities. But you also need two things, and you cannot escape these things if you really want to be happy. And notice what they are today. If you're still with me, say I'm still with you. You need to love people, and you need to serve people. If you really want to find true happiness in this life, love people and serve people. Love people and serve people. The happiest people that you will ever meet in this life are people that love people and serve people. So the question today is this. The unhappiest people I know are very, very selfish. So notice this. How can living a selfless life make you truly happy? And here's how simple it really is. You and I were created by God, and God created you and I to love and to serve, because that's what God did. That's what God does. For God so loved the world that He gave His only Son. God created you and I, and He created you and I to love and serve. Check these verses out. John 13:35. Your love for one another will prove to the world that you are my disciples. Notice that phrase, one another. It's more than you. It's bigger than you. It's you being a part of something that's bigger than yourself. John 15:12. This is my commandment. Love each other in the same way that I've loved you. Each other. It's bigger than you. If you want to have real peace, real joy, real happiness that'll anchor your soul, you have to be a part of something that's bigger than you. One another, each other. Galatians 5:13. For you have been called to live in freedom, my brothers and sisters, but don't use your freedom to satisfy your sinful nature. That means living for yourself only and living a selfish life. Instead, use your freedom to serve one another in love. There's that phrase again, one another, each other, love one another, serve one another, get along with one another, forgive each other. If you want to have true peace, true joy, and true happiness, it can't just be about you. God created you and I to love and to serve each other. To truly be happy, you have to do two things, love and serve. The happiest people that you will ever meet in this life do two things. They love all and they serve all. So remember one last thing today. If you're still with me, say I'm still with you. If you want to be happy, then find a way to give yourself away. If you want to be happy, real happiness, then find a way to give yourself away. And this is why this is one of the greatest passions and one of the greatest lessons I've ever learned. The happiest I am ever in my life is when I'm loving people and serving people. And some people may say, well, Tony, where do I start? Start here. Just look around you. There are people right around you right now in your life today that have needs and hurts. They're broken on the inside. They're lonely on the inside. Serve them and love them. So as we all journey towards joy together and happiness together and peace together, let's all do this together. Let's continue to love each other together. Let's continue to serve together, feed together, reach out together, shelter together, help people together, serve people together, volunteer together, love each other together, and let's make the love of God visible in our city. How could you make a difference and at the same time grow your peace? How can you make a difference and at the same time grow your joy and grow your happiness? This is how. Be a part of something that's bigger than you. Give with us, serve with us, pray with us, worship with us, feed with us, show compassion with us. So let's give together and serve together as we serve the broken and the hungry and the addicted and the lonely and the left out. And let's love together and serve together and pray together and give together for the broken and the hungry and the addicted and the lonely and the left out. And let's get them addicted to loving together and praying together and worshiping together and serving together and giving together for the other people that are broken and lonely and addicted and hungry and left out. And let's watch all of our joy and our inner peace and our happiness flourish and overcome and grow as we all make a difference together. And so today I just want to challenge you. Give yourself away and join us as we try to give ourselves away to our communities and our cities and the people around us that are hurting. And you will see your joy grow and your peace grow and your happiness grow. And at the same time, you will be making a difference. Thank you so very much for hanging out with us today. Thank you so very much for tuning in. Stay tuned for the amazing Water's Edge Band, and we cannot wait to see you back next week.
I worship you. I worship you. You are here, moving in our midst. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, working in this place. I worship you. I worship you. You are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. You are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. You are here, touching every heart. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, healing every heart. I worship you. I worship you. Oh, in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop working. You never stop working. Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop working. You never stop working. Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop working. You never stop working. Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop working. You never stop. Oh, you are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. We say you are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. 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 Sing, that is who you are. That is who you are. Oh, that is who you are. That is who you are.
What a great message from Pastor Tony. And we really hope that today's worship experience has encouraged you and helped you in some way. If you were moved by today's service and want to stay tuned in the rest of the week on social media, check us out at Waters Edge Gathering on Facebook or WatersEdge_LC on Instagram. You can also download our app where you can do online giving, listen to worship songs, and replay messages from Pastor Tony. If you want to learn more about salvation and baptism, want to volunteer, or need a prayer request, visit our Welcome Center in the lobby, and one of our amazing volunteers will take down your information. We absolutely love you guys, and we can't wait to see you back next week here at the Water's Edge, where everyone has a place to belong.